Wait a second.
Hello everyone.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna start. Hello everyone and welcome back to the KLING Cup Valorant. KLING Valorant Cup. Today we have two of the most dangerous teams as we've seen been performing so far, Lethal Esports and NxTLvL. Now we're gonna start off with Haven, with Lethal Esports being the defenders and NxTLvL being the attackers. There was a little hiatus, a little break we took for 2 weeks, but now we're back and we're up and functioning. Anyways, let's see what these two teams pick for their rosters. Alright, now we have, interestingly enough, we have Lethal Esports going for Raze as a duelist. Now, what we've seen on a map like Haven, such an open map, you always have a Jet playing on the other team. I mean, playing as a defender because of the movement that she gives you. Taking the off shot. If you miss, no problem. You can run away and re-peek, even reposition and re-peek. Now we see NxTLvL with 3 duelists now gone down to 2, thankfully. And we have a Sova. Now, Sova on both teams, really informational, gives you that info about where each player is, and just kind of changes the tide of the turf.
Select your agent.
They've locked in for a breach, and yeah, a good team. There's smokes, there's a Cypher for info. It's almost the same team except for the duelist and the sentinel. Cypher has been swapped out for Killjoy on Lethal Esports, and same thing with Jet. Jet has been swapped out for a Raze on Lethal Esports. Now let's begin this incredible first match into the best of 3 series. Good luck to both teams, and let the games begin.
No more charges left.
Now, as you can see, we have a Raze and Sova as well as Breach on the A side holding it down, and we see a sort of garage push from Lethal Esports. I'm sorry, from NxTLvL. The round begins.
Revealing area.
So we're putting the recon into garage, slowly pushing, watching B to make sure nobody pushes. Loki coming in. They're spamming the box, trying to get a shot. Oh! So close! So close, Prophet, but couldn't quite connect those shots. Sarkar just watching it. He knows there are 2 players there. Or does he now? Sarkar, no! You're walking into the traps! Oh wow. Sarkar gets Tetris. Now pushing into sewer. Oh wow. We see Diffuse holding his position. But oh no! Diffuse is stuck! Has to go for the kill. Gets 1. Doesn't quite know that Jet is pushing up from there. We see Mohit getting another pick. The side trying to make some impact. Low on health, it's quite important for him to know
last
when to
player
pick
standing
and what kind of impact exactly Mohit is going to have.
30 seconds left.
Sarkar holding down the spike and finally pushing in. Let's see what's going to happen here. Going to the camera back, and he's opting for a C plant even though B is technically free. We see Prophet kind of pushing into spawn, just kind of eating his way into
10 seconds
spawn.
left.
He's going
Spike
for the lineup.
planted.
Goes out the boost, and both players falling back to long. Slowly pushing out of CT, making sure he clears all the angles, because there's always one player who always lurks or who always just sits around spamming backside to make sure nothing happens.
Recovering it.
Gets spotted. Oh wow, gets 1. but there's no time. Mohit, you have to run. Tries to get the pick of Profit. Gets a 3k, secures a decent eco for himself. Sarkar leading his team on the leaderboard on the attacker side. On the attacker side. And Mohit on the defenders with 3 kills and 0 deaths. But not quite there yet. Storm taking the spike. And NxTLvL opting for an A push. Now, as we normally see in comps, there's the even distribution. Profit going for the same garage info thing, except this time going to the drone instead. Loki gets some shots, connects some shots. Oh, Titus messes up his boom ball. Oh wow. Titus gets insanely hurt. Loki gets the pick. Mohit gets a pick. Sarkar gets a pick. Now it's all a 3v4 with NxTLvL currently having the edge on each and every one. Well, on one platform. Oh, spots one.
Spike down
Can Loki
A.
connect his shots? Yes, but GPI
One
takes it
enemy
from him
remaining.
instead. Now NxTLvL Esports in a 3v the desired eco with phantoms
Checking the
and
situation.
vandals,
Turret
guns that are basically stronger than anything
Swarm grenade.
that's not a that's a Spectre or a Stinger. Without going for the cheeky alarm bot at long, luckily doesn't get sucked in. Profit going in for the drone from short. Loki gets spotted by the turret. And Sarkar still lurking, GPI still lurking.
Right there.
Pull out about to get spotted. Make some noise. As well. Now nobody has quite pushed A yet, but we see GPI making
Found them.
his way onto the
Alarm
side.
down.
Now, if he decides to peek, it's not going to be good. And it's not good. GPI gets the pick. And unfortunately, I think it was the blind that caused him to get killed, or more the fact that he wasn't able to quite get the pick on whom he wanted. Now, Lethal Esports on site, the Soul of Reach holding down site, isn't able to quite connect the shots. Definitely hurts Jets a little. Oh, Diffuse going in for the lineup, anticipating the plant. Gets Profit. Very well played. And we see Mohit going in for the star, and Titus just holding heaven.
30 seconds left.
Barely able to make any impact right now. He spots someone, gets GPI, but little too late. No, Loki is there. Loki gets one and is caught by Diffuse. Now down to a 2v2, and we have Mohit planting on C.
Spike planted.
Storm planting on C. It's gonna be interesting to see how they play out this eco for them. Watching CT now decides to fall back and just holding something over there. Sarkar just making sure no one pushes out from garage. But little does he know that he should peek now, because oh wow,
Last player standing.
making his way onto site. I think Sarkar is trying to go for the sneaky play, and he gets caught by Titus. One round on the board for Lethal Esports Junior. So well played to them. Now we have Diffuse and Mohit tied for the top frag, but we can see that Sarkar still on the leaderboard for the last 3 rounds, if I'm not wrong. Now we see the same thing that NxTLvL has been doing for some time now. They've been playing in and around garage, trying to make impact, and Sarkar falling back again. Going in for the drone, we see Diffuse getting some very valuable information. I mean, Profit getting some very valuable information. Gets spotted by the drone. Now Diffuse knows someone's right there. It's all up to him to swing and take the peak now, because Diffuse, you may have the impact of a lifetime, but not really, because the Loki is right there, just sitting, waiting to make sure nothing happens. Let's see what's going on at C. GPI trying to make his way over, and Titus going for the jiggle peak slash bunny peak, you know. just hopping around trying to get as much info as he can, and Loki just sitting near a garage, and like 3 players making their way onto C. Titus solo holding the site, clearing all the possible corners.
30 seconds left.
They get sucked in, not much they can do. Oh wow! Prophet barely is able to run
Last
away.
player
And
standing.
now, NxTLvL Esports, it's all up to Sarkar to clutch. Now on a full buy,
10
let's see
seconds
what
left.
kind of impact he's able to have. Oh, Sarkar goes for the save instead of going for the plant, which could have killed him and yet given his team the eco, but again, nothing to get worried about. Now 3 players, Titus shining out now that he's caught up with Diffuse and Mohit.
This goes here.
Very well played last round by him. He knew when to peek, he knew what utility to use. Some very good synergy is what we've seen
This should do.
from Lethal Esports
Here.
last round. Everyone is
Get out of
on
my
a
way!
save from NxTLvL, but not quite sure what Lethal Esports move is here. Again, they've evenly distributed all their players across A, B, and C, just leaving B, but I'm sure Mohit has that covered. Sarkar making his way down to B. Oh, and Mohit gets the pick on Storm. We also see Prophet damaged quite a bit. Titus sitting there, gets Sarkar. Big impact made, now down to a 5v3. Let's see how NxTLvL decides to play this. Pull out, sitting right there, waiting for Prophet to peek. Prophet taking quite a little bit of damage, not from the damage, I mean not from the turret, but taking damage more from Storm, I mean Mohit from Garage. Going for the recon. Oh, that was quite unanticipated.
30 seconds left.
Wow. Titus
down,
gets Loki. GPI gets Titus. A good trade.
One enemy remaining.
GPI tries to go for the shot, isn't able to make it quite connect. Prophet sitting right outside B. All he has to do is hold. Oh! And I don't think that's possible. Going for the spam. And Toxic Summit gets him.
Revealing area.
Well played from both rounds. That was some good synergy by Sumit and Diffuse. Now see all the NxTLvL Esports players.
Right here.
Oh wow. And we see GPI going for the long flash. Let's see what they decide to do. Sarkar as usual playing the role of a very big lurker. And oh wow. Diffuse takes the bait. Wow.
Obscuring concealment.
I don't think they know that someone's on the right. Oh wow! Pull out gets Storm. Pull out gets Sarkar. And finally gets taken out. Now down to a 2v2 with Lethal Esports trying to make their way on site. Titus on the off. Unfortunately, I do not think in this case it's possible for him to have a lot of impact. Prophet going for the plant and Loki holding heaven. Probably anticipating an op rotation to the top. And he does not mistake himself. Gets the pick! The instant headshot. Mohit right there waiting for him to peek, but Loki does the bait. I mean takes the bait. I mean Mohit takes the bait and gets taken out by Loki. Now both teams on good ecos, NxTLvL able to get phantoms and full buys, except for Storm, who unfortunately got taken out very early on in the round. in a very unanticipated manner. Now the score being 3-3, very close. We see Mohit and Titus now at the top of the leaderboard and Loki on his side. Sarkar setting up a very simple yet effective requires. We see Titus make his way onto mid. Isn't quite able to catch anyone though. He gets one. Storm takes the peak. Now it's down to a 4v4. Spamming together at garage. Not much these two players can do. So
I know
Sarkar
exactly
gets one
where
at
you
B.
are.
Now it's confusing to see where they're gonna push. Oh, Toxic Sumit trying to make a short 2C long, but being at such a distance,
Blasting them.
hard to make anything connect over there. Sarkar sitting right outside, waiting for that vulnerable to just go away so he can push garage. Oh, Mohit, let's go! But taken out by Sarkar. Now down to a 4v1 with pull out on the Lethal Esports side. You know, normally we've seen this happen where Lethal Esports is able to clutch up even the rounds where they are outnumbered. I mean, not outnumbered, but where they have the number advantage. But right now we just see pull out sitting there trying to make sure nobody pushes him, because as we see for him, it's not the best eco he can have, right? As a Sentinel player, it's quite expensive to buy your utility, to buy your alarm bots, to buy your swamp grenades, all that. So we can see him slowly making his way on the side, gets spotted. Both by the sleep on board as well as by the shots, but gets taken out after taking two colossal kills for him, helping his eco about 10-fold than what it was before. Yep, as I predicted, he had a good eco after those two kills secured, but even without them, he was good, as he would have only had 1500 credits, which still translates to a good eco next round, or at least a half buy. Now all players on full shields and a meta gun like a Phantom or a Vandal, except for Diffuse, who doesn't actually have enough, unlike and Mohit as well, who doesn't have enough for a Phantom, but still on full shields nevertheless. We see Diffuse sending out an arrow for long, realizes no one's pushing because that arrow reveals quite a lot. Let's see what's going on in mid through the attacker's eyes. Like just making sure no one's pushing there. GPI going for the lineup we've seen him always go for in garage.
Blinding.
Using so much drone, using Prophet's drone to his advantage. He's pushing that, and we see NxTLvL Storm use his ult. Diffuse using his ult, gets one, gets two. Oh wow! Now you see GPI standing right there. He's blind. GPI gets one. Titus gets GPI, secures the trade. Now down to a 4v2 where Lethal Esports is able to secure the number advantage win. 4-4, well played to both teams.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar. That's when we strike.
Oh wow. Oh wow!
I am with you.
They are spreading out, and yeah.
Right there.
We can see some. I do not know what's going on with West Virginia. We'll have to message him real quick.
One enemy remaining.
Oh wow. Diffuse finds him and Storm just sitting there with the sheriff,
Revealing area.
but nothing much he can do either. They say there's a small error in his chat, but no problem. Happens all the time.
Scanning ahead.
And the round starts off with a bang with Prophet taking out Titus. Now at a numbers advantage. Nothing much next level Storm can mess up here. We see Prophet, Loki as well as
Scanning ahead.
just pushing through her. Oh wow! And we see the ult coming in from Lethal Esports Breach player who gets taken out unfortunately as Sumit is unable to make some of those shots connect. Now at a numbers advantage, next level can't mess this up for them. A very good round for both teams. And Mohit sitting right there.
Well divided.
Nowhere to run!
Last player
Oh,
standing.
doesn't spot Storm in the corner, and Sarkar taking out pull out as well. Now all force player detained, but at the wrong time. Just unfortunate. Now again at a tie 5-5, well played to both teams. Now again going for the garage push. Loki, GPI and Prophet making some big noise. But again we see Sarkar and the spike carrier Storm on the other side on A. Mohit coming in with a counter spam. Takes a little bit of damage but nothing too heavy. Now we see all the players moving towards C and we see pull out going for the push. He can just definitely sit there and get a successful 3k. That would have a big impact for his team if Lethal Esports, the next level Esports decides to push. Titus holding that area with an orb. Makes noise and now it's on. Oh wow, pull out gets taken out by Loki unfortunately. Titus also gets taken out and now next level Esports has secured the round in the bag. Or will Lethal Esports be able to clutch up? Well, difficult to know, but let's see.
Enemy remaining.
GPI gets the pick on Sumit and Sarkar gets the way around to kill Diffuse. Well played from both teams,
Last
but
round
next level
before
just
the
trumped
switch.
the other team with no mercy. Now let's take a look at the eco because we
Right
saw
there.
that all the players were not on a very well off note during the last round. And for a minute, let's just admire GPI's butterfly knife. Lethal Esports again going for an even distribution, but next level just constantly going for that B or A push. Prophet Loki making noise mid, but Sumit gets the pick on Prophet. The wall bang headshot, very unlucky. We see Diffuse holding long, and we see the spamming from Storm and Sanskar just holding it down near garage. Diffuse and Sumit holding down long. Diffuse gets spotted. Well, not really because they got blinded and now they have no idea that Sumit is gone. But an A long push and Sarkar probably coming down through sewer and 3 people on site seems like a reasonably okay plan. Now would be the best time
One
for
enemy remaining.
Diffuse to peek, but he gets taken out by Sarkar. And it looks like this round is going into a tie, with ending the half on 6-6. Well played from both teams. Good half.
Switching sides.
Now see Lethal Esports on the push, playing attack. And not much to say to that except good luck.
Can I get this? Thanks.
And we see 4 players on NxTLvL buying a ghost and 3 players on Lethal Esports going for a ghost. And we see Mohit going for the most annoying shield purchase ever in a pistol round. And it's annoying, especially because it's in a pistol round, because it can have so much impact, because no matter how you look at it, yeah. You see NxTLvL Storm going for the pause timer. You see all the players from Lethal Esports huddling up next to C. Except for Pullout, going for the garage push, making them taste their own medicine. Loki and Prophet making their way up to long. Loki pushing up Sewer and Prophet just supporting him. And Pullout is standing there. Titus going for the backside bomb. Titus gets Storm. GPI on the side, gets pulled. Tries to go away, gets blinded, but there's not much that can happen because Diffuse gets GPI with a shock dart. Well executed. Now down to a 4v2 as Pullout gets Loki, but Prophet gets the trade. Sanskar pushing
One
on
enemy
CT.
remaining.
And Sanskar takes out Titus, but on very low health, and Mohit gets the trade again. Every man for himself, every man gets his kill, and every man has dinner served.
Right here.
You can see Diffuse going for the C thing, maybe saying that they want to go long. But nothing clear as of yet.
Let us hunt.
Yep, going for a C, and yeah. Titus going for the jiggle peak, and just holding his position there, and Storm pushing into the smoke, waiting for someone to peek. And wow, yes. And Titus gets dinged, Pullout get a kill. So much happened in those few seconds. GTI holding down CT, but yeah. A very fast-paced round. Diffuse gets a kill. Prophet secures a kill. And now it's down to a 3v2, 3v1. I'm sorry. Titus still on low health. Sumit and Mohit is waiting. But Prophet is coming from behind, going for that CT push or garage push, but most probably CT as we see. Prophet, he's right there. You just have to spam the box, nothing else. Just try and spam the box. Makes his way into site successfully. He's one, but Titus gets him again. Now I don't know if it's just me, but Lethal Esports is making attack look extremely easy. Now we see Titus with 4 ult points and Sarkar with 3 ult points.
BYB fam, going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
We also see pull out with 4 run points out of 7. So a spike plant, a kill, and getting an orb is all that Lethal Esports could possibly need to force the next level esports players out of sight. And they're going for the garage push, making next level esports get a taste of their own medicine.
Right there.
Sarkar slowly making his way to B, or playing a little around B/garage. Sumit gets spotted, gets stunned as well, but we see Storm, Prophet and Storm, Prophet and Sarkar coming in for the kills, spam. Prophet using his recon board because now he realizes that everyone's coming to B. Prophet gets 1. Now we see Titus just sitting there holding that angle. We've seen that as a power position often in pro play, and now Sumit going for that little push and blind to kind of make sure that they don't kind of push and they're just forced back. Gets picked off unfortunately, and next level is now at a number advantage, but can't get taken out. Oh wow! Oh wow!
One enemy remaining.
They don't realize that Pullout's playing at window, or do they?
One enemy remaining.
Pullout gets 1! Loki's just right there peeking, but Pullout makes sure not to peek quite yet. Wow, Pullout getting that clutch, just securing it for his team. Very well played, Pullout. Good clutch. A lot of respect to you for that.
Enough. Tremor.
See the Lethal Esports players go for the C push. Oh wow! We see next levels players go in for that push. Oh wow. Now down to a 4v3. We see Loki using his ult efficiently.
Last player standing.
Oof. Now Lethal, this is such a fast-paced round, I couldn't keep up with what was happening. But let me just fill you in. Loki just got picked off by Mohit, while Sumit got picked off by Prophet. Very fast-paced round, as I said earlier. Oh wow! Pullout just waiting for Sarkar to peek, and slowly making his way onto A site as well. Sarkar, I don't think he's realized that Pullout's already gone. Sarkar sitting there, just waiting for him to go away. Oh wow. Pullout just watching long, and a little trash talk between the players. Just a little bit of fun. Pullout still holding long. Now there's a double hold coming through for long. Sarkar making his way through the A site through B link. Through CT actually. Now pushing onto site, Mohit spots him and gets the kill as well. Now up by 4 rounds, 10-6. Lethal Esports is playing very well.
One second, peeps. I gotta visit the Astral to play some stars.
Now, Next Level Esports is not quite on the best eco as we've seen them do it before on attack.
Thanks.
Fighters on the top of the leaderboard, dominating with a 1.9 KD. Nothing quite like it.
Leave that back.
You should run.
Blocking vision, obscuring vision. Spike planted.
Pulau
One
holding
enemy
the
remaining.
flank, and Sarkar as usual. It's all down to Sarkar. Now 11-6. Nothing much to see here, but hey, nothing much you can do either. Next level Storm gets spotted by Prophet's drone. Now 4 players at C long and 1
have this
player
mic.
at A who's pushing down short, just holding down that area. Now Prophet at the CT with Storm just kind of falling back and into
Deploying
position.
drone.
And we see Sumit and Titus making their way to A. Now that now that Pullout has given them the confirmation that hey, A is clear, but it isn't quite
Off
clear
your feet!
because GPI gets spotted. GPI going for the counter ult maybe.
Spike
Just waiting
planted.
for his teammates to come. GPI is just gonna click the left mouse button, let go, and it's going to be one hell of a round to watch. Sarkar peeks and gets Sumit. Outside, we see 4 players entering site. One gets spotted with Loki getting spotted. GPI gets spotted by a drone. There's knocks happening. Next level Storm gets Mohit at sewer.
12
GPI gets pull out. Diffuse gets the trade.
Nowhere to run!
Titus gets Storm. And we see
Last
Titus trying to
player
make an
standing.
impact. Diffuse
One
gets
enemy
1.
remaining.
Diffuse gets 2. Prophet gets 1. And Prophet isn't quite able to hold it down as Lethal Esports takes this intense hell of a round. Wow, very well played
Match point.
from Lethal Esports. A round that I thought they personally would not be able to pull off because of the numbers advantage from next level. But hey, twists and turns happen every time, right? This is what you call an epic story. Let's check out the eco. Now that next level invested so much into that last round anticipating a win, they aren't quite able to get that weapon impact as they wanted last round. Now with Diffuse on top of the leaderboard, Titus finally has some competition, but both players, in fact even even next level Storms,
Deploying drone.
Astra Wall had quite some impact. We see 2
You want
players
to fight
pushing
it?
up long. Storm getting spotted, getting spammed, almost dead, just being ability spammed. Nothing much he can do. Mohit gets 1, gets 2, gets taken out. And Prophet taking out next level Storm.
Shot that.
Mohit. Prophet going in for the peak, lands a couple
player
of shots.
standing.
Isn't
Spike planted.
quite able to make all that last, but
Attackers
Lethal
win.
Esports gets the win. GG, well played to both teams. Leaderboard for reference, with Titus being MVP of the match, 331 combat score, followed right by Lethal Esports Diffuse, although con rating was much higher. GG guys, well played. I think you have a 5 or 10 minute break. You have a 5-minute break before the next map starts. Use that for whatever you want. We'll be back by, let's start at 6:05, yeah? And see you guys in 5 minutes. Alright, now we're hopping right into the second map, Breeze, again with NxTLvL Esports attacking and Lethal Esports defending. Let's see the picks coming in. Oh wow, we see a double Reina pick with Titus just snatching that spot from West Virginia. Now, Viper on both teams and Storm taking that controller role as we see already. Now, the reason Viper has such a high pick rate, in my opinion, or as it's been proven in pro play, is because she's quite effective on this map. You know, her balls are amazing for walling off the site, which is so huge. Unlike when you compare it to a site like B site on Split. Even her ult is amazing to hold down A side and B side on Breeze, and her smokes are amazing for one ways and just kind of denying that entry to any other team. We also see a Cypher come up, which is quite rare because Cypher does not have much usage. It's since Breeze being such an open map, Breeze doesn't really help the situation for Cypher. You know, already
Choose your
having
agent.
tripwires and pretty small cages. But let's see how these two amazingly good teams played out. Alright, now we're hopping right into the second map, Breeze. Alright. Now, first time I'm ever seeing a sheriff in one of these matches for the KLING Cup, KLING VALORANT Cup. Now, Storm using that dog to his advantage. No one's quite entered yet, and Prophet is just kind of baiting them into thinking that it's A, but no, we see Sarkar get taken out by pullout, Loki as well at A. Loki very low, and so is Prophet. But hey, we look, I mean, yeah, but we look past that. And as I said, the Viper wall, very useful.
Block the site.
West Virginia holding that area down by himself. Nothing much he can do. Titus takes out Storm, takes out Loki, two crisp headshots. Now it's down to a
One
4v2.
enemy remaining.
Now down to a 4v1. GPI takes out one. GPI, look behind you, you're about to get blinded.
Here.
Let's watch it from his perspective. He knows someone is from the right, but no problem. West Virginia does the job, takes him out. Let's see the scoreboard. GPI with one kill, Loki with one, and Titus with two. I feel like Titus has had the most impact on that round, but yeah. You can see that there's a small pause coming in. second round starting off strong this time. Oh wow! That started off with quite a bang. Profit gets West Virginia with that headshot. Diffuse on the jet, making a lot of impact this time. Gets taken out down by a lot of help though.
Here.
Okay, that is. I don't think we talk about that, but that was quite anticlimactic. Not going to lie. We see Profit continuously going for the spam and never realized it, but Summit is now low. This is quite a slow round, making for very difficult casting, but in that time, let's discuss. Why is he entering site with a Marshall? That is my biggest question. And now he falls back. Summit taking
30
that
seconds
positioning, trying to get that pre-aim, that cross it. Oh, shots fired, I guess. Oh, sorry for the lag. Yeah, so Summit takes down Profit. Storm just making his way slowly. Oh, Storm takes down
10
Summit.
seconds left.
Now
One enemy
going
remaining.
for the tightest
Spike down
one.
A.
And now he's just circling around, searching for Storm.
Last
Doesn't
player
realize
standing.
it, but Storm was right behind him. Well played from the defenders. Now we see Storm going for that dog, but Summit does not let him get any impact. Falling back next level, is taking a very wise decision, because we see that West Virginia is sitting there, going for the Jigger peek. Oh wow, Sarkar gets tight at mid. Now outnumbered, there's not much lethal can do here. Oh wow. They keep going in for the kill. West Virginia gets one, gets
Spike
two!
down A.
Goes for that peek. Oh wow. Now it's been evened out. The odd has been evened. And now we see a 2v2. Now down to a 1v2. Oh, I'm sorry. A 3v2 down to a 2v2. GPI is going for the plant. Just waiting for
Spike
Sarkar
planted.
to come around.
One enemy remaining.
Diffuse gets one. And now it's all up to him to hold down the site. Well played, Diffuse.
Oh, was that important?
Well played. The use of that op in that situation was quite amazing. I've never seen someone just kind of exactly know where the other person is, but hey, well played from both teams.
Here. Here.
Diffuse gets the first peek. Profit just waiting for Diffuse to go, but Diffuse overpowers him with the op. The
Here.
strongest weapon
Here.
right now in the game, or just in this round itself. We can already see that NxTLvL was forced onto that eco, and now we see Profit. I mean,
Here.
Tetris pushing out to mid, pull out, going for that peak. Oh wow, Titus and GPI right there, but Titus overpowers him. Now I think
Last
the
player
biggest issue
standing.
in this round is not the fact that one team is losing and the other is winning. It's the fact that Pullout has not upgraded his Vandal. I mean, can we just get some Pepes, some Fs in chat for why Pullout hasn't upgraded his Vandal? I
Flawless.
feel like that's one issue that needs to be addressed. But nevertheless, Diffuse gets the pick on Sanskar and ends the round with the loudest bang I've heard in this entire round. Without going for that cheeky B wall that we all love and hate at the same
There.
time. Now all of NxTLvL Esports gathered for a team meeting near Rocks, but yeah. Sarkar and GPI and Loki going for that mid peak, and we see Sumit and West Virginia right there, but they decide to back off. Diffuse just holding down that area, making sure that nobody gets past him. Diffuse still holding down that area. Titus good for 1, good for 2. Lethal Esports currently popping off with Titus, their star player for the match in my opinion. Yes, Diffuse is doing his best, but hey, nothing much you can ask for, right? Okay, we see West Virginia get picked up. We also see
Last player standing.
Diffuse,
Spike
you
down
monster! This isn't ranked, this is a tournament. It's not some small amount. Profit good for 1, good for 2. Now, with 2 people around him, he has no idea but to ult. And he doesn't realize that one's behind him. He does now, because he certainly made some noise. You just have to spam him. And Sumit goes for that peak, getting Profit. Lethal Esports good for 5 rounds, and all members have good eco. Whereas NxTLvL aren't looking so good themselves, with only about 2 players good for a full buy and 3 good for a half. Titus staying mid again, and now we see Storm, Loki, and Sarkar pushing up mid. Titus goes for that pre-aim, gets some shots. West Virginia gets the pick on Loki. Storm gets the pick on Sumit. Now down to a 4v4. Titus knows his position has been leaked. 4v5, but technically 3v3 because Sarkar not on such high health. Profit gets peeked out, gets baited out.
Last player
Isn't
standing.
able to quite get his shots to connect, and now pull out as well as Titus just playing around trying to get the peak together. Storm not in a very good position, can't peek, can't run, he's just stuck there.
Defuse the spike.
Last player standing.
Titus going for the stick. Behind you! Oh, but well played by Storm. Clutches up the 2v1, makes some impact for his team. With the score being 5-1, looks like Storm are playing well. Although the round was very well executed from NxTLvL last round, it wasn't quite what Lethal Esports anticipated. It was quite overwhelming, but at the same time, made for some very good plays.
Here.
Now we again see 3 players pushing up mid.
Hawk out. Hawk out.
I don't think they realize that the snake bite is right in front of them. Loki getting spammed at. Loki doesn't get hit at all. Loki, lot of mischief. But oh my god, Lethal Esports playing the fastest paced round in this series itself. Well played to them. Now score being 6-1. Lethal Esports now has the upper hand. Defuse finally buying a sidearm and again rotating to B. Now we see the little huddle up near rocks again for all players of next level, trying to decide what the best course of action would be. However, I do not think something is possible with this kind of eco where everyone is in the 2000s and 3000s. It just does not make
Get
sense.
out of my way!
Pull out, just falling back with Sumit, just holding it down. Loki waiting for that peak again. Prophet, I think he's been spotted by Pullout, but nobody knows. Just safely tucking himself into that corner. Makes noise! I think that is accidental, but hey. Now that the tooth is out, nothing much we can do. GPI in tunnel. Qatar going for the cage. I think the action is starting, ladies and gentlemen. Prophet taking some damage and nothing much I can say about that. GPI making his way through tunnel. GPI, you're walking into uncharted territory. I suggest you fall back and help your team with the rotation, or just wait for your team to rotate and pick them off. All members of next level just falling back, except for Prophet, who takes damage from the dog again. GPI still waiting there. Oh no. Titus picks off Loki.
30 seconds
Gets stuck
left.
in that little box.
In sight.
Waits for Sarkar to peek, but to no avail does Sarkar peek. Now we see GPI taking a fight, but West Virginia bests him and gets the pick. Now down to a 5v3 against Lethal Esports, taking advantage
One
of that
enemy
numbers
remaining.
Spike and
down,
Toxic
mid.
Sumit good for 1, good for 2.
10 seconds
Sarkar
left.
picks him off because he's already low.
Blinded.
Sarkar takes a peek, pull out, gets him. Good synergy, good round. Slow but well played, both teams. Good eco for next level. Now they have full buys. Going for the push. Diffuse gets picked off by Prophet. Very well played. I feel like this round is going to go next level's way. Purely because of that little pick from Prophet. Titus making his way. Going for that spam. Doesn't realize that someone's there, but it doesn't matter. Next level has bested Lethal Esports in this case. West Virginia is going for that dog. Check that. Oh, doesn't check that. Doesn't know that Sarkar's right behind the wall. Sarkar, if you peek now, that could mean a lot for your team. Pull out gets picked up. GPI going for that little cheeky
One enemy
flank.
remaining.
Spots West Virginia, goes for the shot, gets it. Well played, both teams. But Lethal Esports gets bested by next level. Now up 7-2. Lethal Esports still has the opportunity to, come back from that round because they have the eco. And I don't think it's a bad idea for them to invest in an op. Yes, see that op coming out again from Diffuse's side and going for a shorty this time. Definitely not going to run. They're anticipating an A push, and we see the instantaneous Viper ult. Pull out goes for the peak, gets the peak. Just going back into the ult to make sure that he gets the ult fueled. Oh wow, now down to 3 players. There's nothing much Lethal Esports can do again. Prophet on site gets bested by Pullout. But Pullout still having to push that because about Pullout, if you time this right, you can get 2 players. That would mean so much for your team.
Toxin screen down.
Pullout just pushing through the spawn. Pullout careful of the tripwire. Toxic Summit going for the cam. Just trying to get that info.
Spike
He
planted.
doesn't realize it, but Sarkar is pushing him from tunnel. Drops down. And yeah. Without making his way through mid.
Tripwire destroyed.
Pull out,
One
gets that
enemy
peak.
remaining.
Next level Storm. Going again for that peak, gets the peak. And he gets the pick. Now after this round it's just gonna be happening. Oh wow. Sarkar going for that camp. That was a smart
player
camp.
standing.
Doesn't spot him, but Sumit racks him from behind. Can't do anything. It's best you just run. And Storm picked up the orb. I mean, Storm didn't pick up the orb, which could have actually made the biggest impact. Now 7-3. This is the last round before. I mean, this is the second last round. So I think we're going to see some very flashy plays from players of both teams. We see that happen a lot in pro play when the half is about to end.
Here.
And I think we can anticipate it now as well.
Here.
I think they've misread their opponents
Here.
because now there's all 5 players A, and I think it's time to spectate what the attackers are capable of. Up until now, it is what the defenders were able to do. Now pushing into the side, slowly, Loki just waiting for the blind to come in. West Virginia good for 1, Toxic Sumit good for 1, but Profit gets the trade on Sumit. West Virginia unable to make a lot of action happen. Now down to a 3v3. We see Lethal Esports
Spike
defuse
planted.
again with that sniper role. Just misreading the opponent. Now pull out there at mid with a phantom. He could have the biggest impact. He couldn't, but nobody knows. Next level Storm gets 1. Defuse good for
enemy
1.
remaining.
Storm good for
Last
1.
player standing.
And Defuse good for a second, but Profit bests him and gets a kill, clutching the round.
Last round
Quite
in the half.
intense round for both teams, since it was extremely challenging for Lethal Esports to make anything happen, because they didn't know which side Next Level was going to push. Next Level going for that push on A again, but I feel this time they're going to back off if they see there's more than 2 players on the side. And I don't think the chances of that happening are very high. Going in for the dog again. Sumit falling back. Let's see what this defenders are doing. West Virginia uses his ult. Realizes that one's on site. West Virginia, all you have to do is spam. Loki is very low. West Virginia good for 1. GPI good for 1.
Spike
Gets
planted.
diffused. Titus good for 1 more. GPI gets the trade back as does Sumit. Well played.
One enemy remaining.
And Lethal Esports comes out on top with both players using their synergy to get that last kill. Both their last kills just ultimately clutching the round.
expect it to work.
I did not expect this outcome. It was quite intense, but hey, it happens.
Switching sides.
Out of charges. Out of charges.
Now we see the last round, and not a very good buy for Lethal Esports. Oh, never mind, that was the last round. So, yes, oh wow. Next Level Esports pushing their way onto site. Pushing their way into spawn, trying to just catch them off guard, but pretty sure the tripwire is coming in handy.
Poison's off.
GPI is putting his wall down, and the 4 players have started making their way onto site.
Toxins go.
Lethal's defuse gets 1, good for 1. Now this ball goes down. Storm just goes away as soon as As soon as
Spike planted.
Toxic Sumit tried to be
Eyes down.
diffused, good for Sarkar. Now down to a 3v2. He knows that one is in cave.
One enemy
Pull out,
remaining.
good for one as well. Now they know that one's there. And Sumit gets the kill. 9-4. Good pistol round from both teams.
Here.
Quite unanticipated the result, but hey, you know, not much you can do on a pistol round. Especially when you don't have a gun to spray with. I mean, sure, someone could buy a frenzy, but not much you can do with a frenzy at long distance if the opponent jet decides to dash. Some noise being made at B. Oh wow! NxTLvL Esports players pushing. Oh,
Last
I think they
player
made a big
standing.
mistake doing that because Lethal Esports just kind of dominated them. Now 4v1, it's going to need more than
Spike
he has going to need
planted.
more than just a miracle to make sure that he gets this round in the bag. GPI good for one. Now they know where GPI is, and you can see the diffuse just sitting there, and the crosshair placement. Well played. I think we need one of those stations to just let the player spin the butterfly knives. Oh, wow.
Come.
We see Loki. Okay. We see Loki with the AWP. We've seen what impact the AWP has had before. Goes for the peak, but diffuse just completely obliterates him. No respect, nothing. Sarkar barely dodges the dog. Prophet coming on to side, but it's going to get caught by diffuse. This Viper wall, not only is it annoying, but it's also very useful.
down
Lethal
A.
Esports is Sumit sitting there,
Last
waiting
player
to get the
standing.
peak. Gets one. NxTLvL Storm gets that kill. And now down to a
Spike planted.
2v1. Pull out, repositioning out of this ult. Diffuse gets that kill. Now, this is the first time I'm seeing it, but the AWP on a site where they're not going to push diffuse, checking both sides, gets the kill on Storm! Wow, Lethal Esports both rotating to that side. Titus gets picked off, but hey, 4v3, I don't think Lethal Esports has ever lost a round where they have a numbers
got your
advantage.
trail.
As you can see, West Virginia gets that perfect peak. Now, Sarkar and GPI just waiting there, just
Spike
standing
planted.
there actually.
Found one.
GPI good for one.
Blinded.
I think good for one.
One enemy.
He is good for one. Now down to the 3v1, which is quite unexpected, making his way through spawn. I think the best course of action in this case would be to save up for the next round, because he does not look like he has the best eco for next round. And he makes it very late onto side, so even if he were to do something, let's see what Sumit sees on his feed. Sumit, swap out. Sumit, I don't think you realize this. He just ran past you. No one was watching the side as well.
Match point.
Lethal Esports coming out on top. And Wait, did Pullout just chucked a non-skinned phantom into the ocean?
Need a drop. Thank you.
Smart play, not going to lie.
For you, hermanito.
We see Diffuse again, just waiting at window to get that kill. Peeks, but doesn't realize nobody's on side. Okay, won't hurt to scratch, right? Oh wow, Pullout gets Sarkar. What is that man doing? And we see the spam coming in from mid, from Profit, and Loki making his way up mid as well. GPI getting that kill. 3v4. Lethal Esports down 1. Pullout gets 1. Next level Storm gets 1. Loki gets 1. Now Lethal Esports down to only one person with Diffuse, who has the AWP, a very powerful weapon. Diffuse good for 1, but he doesn't realize that Loki is peeking and holding that. But good round from Lethal Esports as well as Next Level Esports. I think now it's going to be quite some time before Lethal Esports can make a move, because they know that there's going to be an offer there. But Diffuse, the MVP of the match with 23 kills and 8 deaths. I think the change from Sova to the Jet really made a difference. And we can see that Profit and Storm kind of on the same level here. And we see that Diffuse picks up an op once again. I think it's going to be a duel of the oppers now. Oh wow. Yes, that took quite some effort, because I don't think he anticipated for the fact that there would be someone watching that. Let's see what Sarkar is doing. Sarkar, you monster. No. Don't be a monster, Sarkar. No. Do not think it's okay to not peek when they're rotating right past you. Well, it's okay. There's still one person on the side. GPI, are you going to do it? Will you do him dirty, GPI? Are you sure about that, homie? Oh, okay then. Sumit.
Got one.
1 3CT. Sumit still holding
Welcome
CT.
to my world.
And so one come pull out.
Boys
Now
and
let's
boys
see
and men.
what that game is. Oh, Loki gets Sumit. Unfortunately,